Cool. Okay, so we have Claudio Ribeiro.
Yes.
Ribeiro. With an R. So you are out of Solid Ground BJJ, and that's in Queen Creek, correct?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, we've seen you around. Thank you for your support with the Arizona Jiu-Jitsu League. And we'd like to get to know you a little bit, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Cool. Love the background. It's cold, so it's just giving like the right vibes right now. That's
I
where we
just,
all want to be, right?
I just came from a vacation in Rio like 3 days ago, so
Yeah.
I missed the beach. That's why I put it.
Yeah, right. That's cool. So you're Brazilian?
Yes, I'm Brazilian.
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Well, I know that now with the last name, but awesome. Cool. All right, so tell us a little bit about your school. How long have you been open?
Well, I moved to Arizona in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and we opened the school in 2019, right
Yeah.
when the COVID hit and everything was going down. I think I don't know. I think the Lord helped me a lot because
Yeah.
we opened this school. By the time everything was closing and going down, and we start going up from right there.
Wow. So from COVID too, that's a pretty
Yes,
big deal.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
we
cool.
have we have a. The story is that I moved from Brazil and lived in Hawaii for 20 years. Then
Wow.
from Hawaii, I went to California, where I start helping a friend of mine in San Clemente, Paulo Guilherme, uh,
Mm-hmm.
teaching. And I was hired by the UFC gyms to go to San Diego to run jiu-jitsu program for the UFC. And
Nice.
I mean that time, my son, he's a black belt from André Galvão. He became
Okay.
a missionary. He went to Zambia.
Uh-huh.
My grandkid, my daughter-in-law, when they came back to Arizona. And I want to be close to my kids. I moved here. I left the job at UFC gym and came here, step in the water, don't have nothing to do here. I
Mm-hmm.
work as an electrician, I work at post office
Yeah.
until I found a little gym here in Queen Creek, and I rent a little space inside. And at that time, I have one friend of mine that he was going to take his kid out because he could not afford to pay. I told him, "Oh, don't do that. Make a website for me. We dishwash." And he made a website. Some parents put some good review, and then the COVID hit. This gym
Uh,
closed everything, but the parents keeping sending me messages. Are you guys open? Stuff like this.
yeah.
I have a space. I was keep give excuse. Maybe when you open again after COVID, I'll let you guys know. But I start receiving so many inquiries because I think the parents don't have nothing to do with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
COVID, then I received one help from the small business development,
Uh-huh.
and like I always think I need 40, $50,000 to open a gym to pay rent until I have the clientele. They offer me $6,000. Say, I'm not going to even touch this money because I'm going to be in debt. And but then I
Mm-hmm.
found a little place. We was training in the garage because we want to keep it training. I found this place. I say, well, if we can have a maybe 15 students, we can just break even. Then I start
Yeah.
sending message to those parents back. We open, are you guys willing to come? Stuff like this. And I figure we found 15 students. We open, start praying for 20, came 20. Now
Yeah.
all I do is like I teach jiu-jitsu. I have a helpers. We have almost short of 200 students right now.
Yeah.
And that's our story.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That is I love that story because it's from starting from nothing to
Yes.
now running a very successful gym. And that's a lot of hard work, right? And so
Like we are a Christian Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and I'm sure that with that has a lot of success
yeah.
because when I start praying for students, they keep coming.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's cool. So tell us about your story. How did you get into jujitsu though? How did that all
Um,
start for you?
um, Jiu-Jitsu for me, I always trained jiu-jitsu, but I was a surfer. I was into surfing industry. I used to build surfboards. Then
Wow.
why I never teach. I mean, when you're a white belt, start teaching already. When I share what you know, and
Yeah.
I moved to Kauai for 20 years, and I trained there. I teach the prison guards and stuff like this. But I start teaching jiu-jitsu when I moved to San Clemente, and there's the gym from Paulo Guilherme, he old school. He's have a very nice school there, and the Penny Thomas, she's a South African woman's black belt. She used to compete a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She used to teach the children, and she left. And he asked me, "Do you wanna teach the children?" I didn't know they have this gift, and then I made a try. I did it really good, and then after a while, it was the first time I was really teaching jiu-jitsu as professional. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have a friend, Mauricio Tinguinha, from he's one of the people who opened the Gracie Bar in the old times. He's in California. He was running the jiu-jitsu program for the UFC. And they was going to open a whole bunch of gym in San Diego, the
Mm-hmm.
UFC, many like people from the fitness industry get together. They bought the franchising, and they was going to open about 15 gyms there. And he hired me to run the jiu-jitsu program there. And
Mm-hmm.
from there I find out they have a gift, like I'm a child whisperer, and know that. And I make a show with the kids. They love me.
Yeah.
And after that, I love it. I become a passion because not only, but children for me is a passion. But at the same time, when you do something that you can improve and transform their lives too, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Man, you have like quite a story. I would have never known that. That's so crazy.
Yes.
So then so I just want to ask, why did you leave Hawaii? I'm just
So,
curious.
yes.
Like, go ahead.
So we like put family first. My son moved to with 7 years old to Hawaii. He grew up. The island we used to live, island of Kauai, is just like don't have a college. There's a little
Hmm.
college there, but after a while, kids doesn't have nothing to do. It's start getting in trouble there.
Uh-huh.
My daughter, my stepdaughter, she used to travel from Brazil to Hawaii, but take like a 30 hours
Oh
flight.
yeah.
And if you guys move to California, I might come and live with you guys. And we put the family first. Like we moved to California. I thought California wasn't that bad because there's beach there too.
Yeah.
First, as soon as I step there, I become depressed because you cannot compare it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's the story. We moved because we put family first.
But
And
then now you're in Arizona and there's no ocean. What do you
man,
do?
first in my life, I live away from the beach.
Yeah, I mean, we have nice lakes.
No,
It's
but
not the
over
same.
here, I love here because I was able to build this business. Man,
Yeah.
when we have almost like a short of 200 kids, parents, and when the kids come with the parents, mom and dad, sometimes come a grandma, auntie, brother,
Yeah.
sister. We build a community here that
Yeah.
it offset the need of being close to the beach, stuff like this, because you receive so much love from them. And
Right. Yeah, it's worth it for sure. So, can you share your competition experience? Have you competed before?
well, I competed when in the Rio de Janeiro, the state championship. But the thing is, when I moved, I was raised in Rio, but I moved to south of Brazil, a place called Florianópolis, a beach, 42 beaches. Again, I went there to do college, but I ended up only surfing there.
Uh-huh.
There, it didn't have a jiu-jitsu. When I go back to Rio, I visit my friends from Carson Gracie, all those guys. But when I go back to my city, I had to join judo to be And then the professor now is a big, like um, is famous for their jiu-jitsu south of Brazil. There are many champions. They grow a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
when my professor moved there, I was the first student of jiu-jitsu, and then start like jiu-jitsu start growing. But I was always the higher belt. Don't have much matches for me because
Mm-hmm.
and then I become a most referee to tournaments than
Yeah.
to competing. But I compete a couple of times in Rio de Janeiro.
Mm-hmm.
One time I get a second place in the state, but my story is not very like a much a competition.
Mm-hmm. So so you're not into competition currently? So
No, I
you're
don't
out of
compete
it?
right now. We have students that
Okay.
compete, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm already old. I'm
Yeah.
already past that.
That's not an excuse.
But at the same time, listen, at the same time, I have a story because I made when I was in that city, I was in the same building, the son of the secretary of health,
Uh-huh.
live in the same apartment complex I live, and we end up making one tournament, and we made the first professional tournament in Brazil ever. In south of Brazil, we get the money for all the competitors, the champions. They get money. We invite all the referees from the Brazil Federation, and
Mm-hmm.
you brought we like pick up a bus, put all the Carson Gracie, all his students inside the bus, brought to the city, put them
Yeah.
in the military headquarters because they was little wild. We brought
Uh-huh.
the old Helio Gracie referees from the federation. They are the old students, and
Mm-hmm.
was very nice tournament. I have some footage of this. We get a Hillion Gracie, Crawling Gracie, make a presentation, self-defense. Was
Mm-hmm.
nice. And then after that, I moved to Hawaii. And in Hawaii, when I moved there, I was more into surfing than jiu-jitsu.
By the way, did you
Yes.
know that they just put like a surfing thing out here in Arizona?
Yeah, they
You
have a
saw that, right? It's in Mesa. That's crazy. That's
yes, I need to
perfect for
go
you.
visit there. Yeah, you give me some hope.
You got to check it out.
I still
Awesome.
have all my surfboards, everything I brought with me.
Nice. Okay. What are your thoughts about competition? Do you think it's for everyone?
I think a competition is good. Everybody should compete at least once if they take jiu-jitsu serious. Uh, my honest opinion is competition is just a drop in the bucket of what jiu-jitsu can offer. But if you're serious about jiu-jitsu, you can have a very good measure of your skill. You should go compete because
Mm-hmm.
you learn a lot. In one tournament you compete, you learn almost a year of just go to classes. Huh?
Absolutely. Tell us about the very first time you competed. How was
Well,
your experience?
was nice because I was in Florianopolis. I have all my in South of Brazil. I have all my friends. I compete with Rodrigo Medeiros. He was a Carson Gracie, and I went there. I don't know if you know Murilo Bustamante. He's like I was a UFC champion. He was on those first Carson Gracie champion too.
Mm-hmm.
And they every time I go to Rio, they take me under their wing. They teach me things and I feel good when I went to compete through them. I did well. They support me, and I won my first fight.
Nice.
I compete open and my weight, and I was good. I got second place, and I was came back to my city all proud. And
Very cool. So we know competition is a mindset thing, right? So
yeah.
how do you handle your internal battles?
Well, I besides like just the mind side of the mental side. Uh, I I I learned that. I learned this with Rickson Grace. I'm old school. I'm a fifth degree black belt already, and I know Rickson Gracie, those guys. And one thing I learned with him a lot that there's only two things you can control in your body. So, for example, you cannot control how your liver works, you cannot control how a splinter works, but you can control how your heart pumps and your brain
Mm-hmm.
by breathing. And I think you
Right.
know how to breathe is a big part. Not only you are able to calm down, but at the same time when you're fighting, how to recover, how to don't get tired fast. And I
Mm-hmm.
think this part I use a lot in my jiu-jitsu by breathing, by can help me calm down. And yes, and mindset too is that I know that I might be nervous before I fight, but I know for sure the other guy is nervous too.
Yeah.
What I tell my students is that don't try to stop the butterflies to fly. Let the butterfly fly, and use this um, as a fuel to hype yourself and go and do your best.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that.
That's pretty much it, the mindset. And I know competition is a game, and a game with a limited time. So anything can happen. You might be well prepared, but the other guy might be well prepared too. You might
Right.
make mistake. Some many times in competition is more when both people has the almost the level same level. What's gonna come down is for like a one mistake you do or the other person does, you
Mm-hmm.
capitalize, and that's what gonna give you the victory or going to be defeated.
Right. Do you have any requirements for your students if they want to compete?
So pretty much they need to be ready. I don't like students um, be technically ready because many especially kids they come they start training they oh there's a competition come and they wants to go regardless they are not even well prepared. I don't like that because some become almost traumatized because when you compete the people don't go for the people
Mm-hmm.
go very hard, and if
Yeah.
you're not ready, if you're still innocent, you don't have a the condition, you don't have a technically, you might be you might be very disappointed,
Surprised. Yeah.
and then you don't want to
Right.
compete again, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I would say I would love to see a student like a white belt or gray belt like kids train at least 1 year, and I see how they act in the gym. If they
Mm-hmm.
have the heart to do that, then I might sometimes I recommend, and sometimes they are not ready. I talk with them, but they want to go regardless. Because there's people natural, they're competitors, and people not. And
Mm-hmm.
then I talk with them. You want to go have an experience? Let's go, but be prepared to win or lose. Doesn't matter. And I always tell them, win is easy. What's gonna make the champion? They learn how to lose and they learn with the lost. They go
Mm-hmm.
back and go back, train hard. If you like to compete, go back again and fix the mistakes and try again.
Yeah. Do you offer competition classes or how
Yeah,
do you
we
run
do
your
have
classes?
yes, we do have a competition class for the kids, usually on Friday. We have another coach, Coach Drew. He's the one who run the competition class. Right now, I'm only working Monday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the morning. In the morning we have homeschool classes too. Kids for the class in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday afternoon and Friday, Saturday open mat. Coach Drew
Do
take
you
over.
talk to your students about the rules, like
Yeah,
the
I
point
talk about.
system?
I not only talk about the rules, but I use the rules to help them in their mathematics because
Ah, that's
combinations.
smart.
Yeah. Oh, you get like a sweep plus mount. They say 2 plus 4. How many?
That's
2 plus
cool.
4. And then I test them. 2 plus 4, 6. Okay. How much? 3 plus 3, 6. How much? 5 plus 1. And
That's cool.
yeah.
Love it. Love it. What about weight cutting and the weight classes? How do you go about that?
Well, that for me, that's a subject that I don't like it. You
Mm,
know, if you have to cut not too much weight and you do this with a period of time that's not going to be traumatic for your body, that's okay. But I don't like you have to cut a lot of weight
mm-hmm.
and then you might even do the first fight and then after that you feel very bad, feel weak, your sugar level start going down. I read
Yeah.
my students fighting where their weight is and they go strong and they
Mm,
do their best, then they going to lose because they're weak or they didn't eat well. I see that a lot in my son. My son, when he was purple belt, brown belt, he compete a lot. Blue belt, he won many
mm-hmm.
tournaments. He won Abu Dhabi, everything. But
Nice.
sometimes after the first fight, he come to me and say, "Dad, I'm so weak." But
Yeah.
he wasn't weak. It's because he cut weight and
Right.
he's not fighting with his all his energy that he has, and
Mm-hmm.
that part I don't like much. And
Yeah.
of course, when you see cutting weight that is like for example those guys they go to dehydration things like
Mm-hmm.
it's very danger too for the liver stuff like this. So
Yeah.
I, I rather have the person do have a good diet and keep this diet and but go where of course if there's just a 1 2 3 pounds it's a different story, but
Yeah.
come out like a 5 pounds to more than that start getting like a danger because
Right.
you don't have your all the strength you need to fight, huh? And sometimes tournament you have to fight what, how many, 5 times,
Right.
4 times, even more depending of if you go to the IBJJF, Pan Am, things like this world blue
Mm-hmm.
belt medium you have almost like a 20 guys in the bracket, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you talk to your students about being mentally prepared for competition? Is there anything you tell them, or how do you run your class? Like how do you go about that?
Well, again, mentally prepared, you have to be physically prepared. That builds confidence, and also be ready for the battle. Now, in the battle, you have to learn, be ready to win or learn how to lose. You have to love to compete because if you don't like to compete, your first loss you become super discouraged. And
Mm-hmm.
the people who likes to compete or love to compete, they lose is a motivation to go there and do better next time.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and for my students, I say, winning or losing, I love you. Going to be your parents love you. I love you guys. I'm very thankful because you went to represent our gym. Just by being step on the mat, you're already a champion for in my view because
Mm-hmm.
oh, how many people don't even want to go and
Right.
try to make them feel easy and worth it. Yeah, and
Any advice for somebody that wants to compete and is a little nervous about it?
well, I think be ready, prepared, train hard, be disciplined, eat well. It's very important, not only diet, but the rest well, good hydration, and go for it. Go without like any too much expectation. Go for the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're having fun there, everything change, né? And some people naturally, they might be a little I would say little cat at the gym and become a lion when start competing. And some people might be a lion, a champion at the gym, but they're going to compete.
Yeah.
They like a
Right.
shit down. So it's changed for people to people. Sometimes you're surprised. You see that person at the gym quiet, and when he go compete, he become a
It's
lion.
somebody else, right? That's cool. Yeah. So we've seen you around at the Arizona Jiu-Jitsu League. Hopefully you had a good experience, but you let us know. How is your experience with the Arizona Jiu-Jitsu League?
Uh, I think Gustavo, he is like everybody should be thankful for him to run this, and because he not only help our business, and he runs a tournament very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But usually super smooth, everything on time and without any problem. He hires his personnel is good too. Everybody knows, everybody happy in what you're doing. Referee is very knowledgeable, especially the kids. They sometimes there's some controversy. They stop the fight too soon, but at the same time
Mm.
they their main goal is to preserve the integrity of a child
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want anybody break the arm and cannot come
No.
again.
Yeah.
So and he does a great job. I love AZBJJF, and I want to support as much as I can. And yes, boy, he does a great job. Everybody here in Arizona should be thankful for him because he knows he does a very good job, and also man, everything the way he give incentive for the gyms to bring his to their competitors, do some like a
Yeah.
kickback like
Oh
this.
yeah.
So I only have a good word praise him for his work.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the kind words and thank you for the support. And
And
last,
the people who does the photos too, they're very nice, very
yes,
cool.
finally somebody acknowledges. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
you amazing because sometimes you lay down the ground to get the
I'm all
angle.
over.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, where can people find you on social media?
So they can find us on the Instagram, solid underscore ground BJJ. We're on the Facebook too, solid ground BJJ. We have our website. Yeah, and that's how
Awesome.
on the ESA too. We support ESA, we're ESA vendor. Um, we're everywhere. If you anybody wants to come and visit our gym, it's in Queen Creek. It's a Santan Boulevard. You're more than welcome to come and drop by and come for open mat or just visit. You'll be more than welcome.
Well, I got to come visit now.
Good.
For
Come.
sure.
We have our
Awesome.
women's only classes in Tuesdays and Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. Claudio, this was so nice. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing a little bit about yourself.
Oh,
And we
thank
will
you
see
for
you.
inviting
Yeah.
us.
Thank you. And we'll see you out in the competitions.
All right,
All
sounds good.
righty. Thank
Okay.
you.